Hi, guys. Welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked. I am your host, Joker's Voice. Sorry for the late start time. Sleep comes at a premium here in Las Vegas. I'm just saying. And let's go introduce everyone to the panel right now. To my stage right, he is the co-host of the show. He's the partner of the show. He is with horribly bad takes, but we love him here anyway. Mr. LeftEyeEgo. Ego, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Ready to talk some of you all's thoughts on Summerslam.
Leave an echo. You give an echo going.
All right. Better now?
Nope. You're
hold on.
We will come back to
got
Ego. You got it?
Yeah, okay. It wasn't me. I got you.
We're still echoing. Directly beneath Echo is the insulated, expelling Terminator back from last week. It is Matt, the Unbearable 73. How are you, sir?
Doing good, making progress here in the hospitalization, in the wheelchair again, setting up on a regular basis, doing the therapy and all that. So,
good. And can turn your volume up just a bit, Matt.
Oh, let me sit up. If I'm closer to the mic, it might be better.
That might help it as well. Let's take a look at the chat. Everyone who's here already from Huntsville, Alabama. Roll Tide, Keely Chow. Roll Tide. Also, we have Joe Atmosphere in here, who apparently is on a odyssey of his own, heading to the Great North Maine Woods. Wow, that sounds interesting. I'm just gonna say. We also have in the chat Mr. Fractured Filter. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. You guys are awesome. And, yes, Hail Wednesday is Overbooked. And speaking of the chat, I'm looking right now. We're already at like 9 likes, guys, which is something that's very great because we have a initial goal of 12 likes. And so just hit that thumbs up button. It's free for you to engage the show. And as you're doing that, look down below in the description. You have links to myself, Ego, Brad, Larry, and Matt for our social media. We also all have YouTube channels where we would love to see your eyeballs to increase our watch hours, your comments, subscriptions, and of course your likes. So if you don't mind, folks,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Thank you, Harley. And yes, as I said, we hit our goal last week of 12. Also, thank you for everyone who tuned in over the weekend, for myself, LeftEyeEgo, and Brad, who will be here at some point. Ego, send him another message, maybe, please.
I'll let him know.
Okay.
He knows.
Okay. So, and because of that, this week, folks, we hit a goal on Wednesday night. We hit a goal over the weekend. So you, our lovely fans, our lovely chat, are going to get not one, but 2 special segments this week. Everything this show is going to be very SummerSlam related. We're going to go first with Name That Wrestler. I'm going to give a list of accolades, and then you're going to try and guess who this wrestler is. Now, everyone who I put in this appeared this weekend at SummerSlam. So we're going to start with a Money in the Bank winner, a King of the Ring, a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, and a 7-time Undisputed Champion. Chat, you can play along as well. Ego, who is this?
That Brock Lesnar?
It is Brock Lesnar. Hello, Tully Television. How are you, sir? And yes, I bet we can get to 16 as well. I absolutely do. That will be amazing. Miss Sparkles, how are you, my dear? So good to see you. Really,
You know, if
Really?
we get 16 likes, that'll be 8 times as many times the Seahawks have won the Super Bowl.
this is very true. This is very, very true. We're just going to do this really quick here. Hang on. So for Mr. Keely Chow, fine. This is your one.
Fatality.
And then for us.
Fatality.
So, Ego, you were correct. Brock Lesnar. Well done, sir. Well done. All right. For our next, we have a 2-time Royal Rumble winner, a 2-time NXT champion, a 2-time Women's Tag champion, a Divas champion, 6-time WWE Women's Champion, 7-time Women's World Champion. Matt, who is this WWE superstar?
Did Charlotte ever win the NXT title?
Twice.
Then Charlotte.
It is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I don't remember ever winning it. I remember all the other stuff, but
All righty. Mr. Jacob Ironside, how are you, sir? And you know what? This is the earliest we have ever done on this. Matt, there is someone who loves to come in and say hi on special occasions. Do you know who this person is?
could it be Momo?
Hello, Momo. So good to see you. That is wonderful. This is the earliest we have gotten a Momo sighting. So we're going to readjust the goal to 16. We get to 16, we will have not one, but 2 special segments to start next week. And finally, for our final Name That Wrestler, we have a King of the Ring champion, NXT United Kingdom champion, an Intercontinental champion, and a 2-time World Heavyweight champion. Ego, who is this person?
Gunther.
That is Gunther, and you sound like a chipmunk now. That is the coolest thing I think I've ever heard.
Change that. Hold on.
It sounds like Gunther gave him the sleeper.
That is the greatest thing ever. Yes, Mr. Eric Douglas, it is the Ring General Gunther. This may be the greatest
Did
show
Gunther
ever.
retire your voice? There we go.
Is it any better now? I'm turning this shit off.
Oh my God, that is wonderful. This is great.
Eagle discovers the vocalizer.
Right? You good?
All right.
You good?
All right. Better.
Do you have something else to do with the show on that has sound on? Because I'm getting an echo. Like, do you have like another? Do you have a link open somewhere? Your phone?
I don't. Let me go see. Let me see if I can turn something off and see if that'll fix it.
Well, it's sounding better now.
Okay, cool. That should help. All right, cool.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We got this. All right.
Could it be me?
Maybe
No, it's definitely.
it's definitely on his end. So the echo's somewhat back, but we're gonna go now. Speaking of Gunther, we're gonna run a gauntlet now for special segment part 2. I want you to name. I'm gonna give a list of a dozen names, and when you hear a better heel than Gunther, you say stop. The first.
Wait, time out. When you say a better heel, you mean like in ring
More
performance, or
despised.
You mean the whole
A more despised character.
Okay.
The first is the Honky Tonk Man. That's what I thought. Second, the Mountie.
No. Does Eagle even know who the Mountie is?
Probably not. And yes, definitely.
Long time ago, I think.
And definitely check out that merch store, and I will talk about that as soon as we are done with this. Next, Drew McIntyre.
That's close. No.
The
I'm
better,
gonna say-
the better troll, maybe. The better online troll, maybe. Number 4, Randy Savage.
Oh, God, this is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say they're even.
Okay. Number 5, Mr. Perfect.
No.
Not even close.
Better in-ring performer, but not a better heel.
Number 6, Sami Zayn.
No.
Yep.
Number 7, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes.
I would say yes too.
Wow, you went Jake the Snake. All righty. So, do you want to hear who was left?
Sure.
At number 8, Kevin Owens.
They're
Number
tied.
9, number 9, Randall Keith Orton.
Tied.
Number 10, Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Better.
Number 11, Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
Oh, God, that's well, that's up there. I could think of one or two I could despise more than him.
And number 1, and the last one is hey, look who is here. It is from some undisclosed location here in the wonderful city of Las Vegas at a brisk 110 degrees. It is Captain 2tail95. How have you been adjusting to this mild temperatures we've been having here? Echo.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me figure it
Our
out.
very own most despised heel.
The echo, yes.
How's that? Is that better? No, it's not.
Still echoing. Okay, so the last person on this gauntlet, which would have been full stop pretty much for everyone, Mr. McMahon.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Full stop.
That one full stop.
Alrighty, so that is special segments which we do for you. We're already guaranteed one next week, folks, and we're 3 away from our next goal of 16. So let's get on that.
You know who Gunther reminds me of? Kevin Sullivan.
Okay, all right.
How about now? Shit.
Still just a little.
I'm having the same trouble, dude.
Do you guys have? Do you guys have something else open at all?
Oh, I don't. You get any loop back now for me or no?
Nope. Now you're
Okay.
good. All right. And
I'm having an echo myself.
Okay, I'm not hearing it now, Brad. Is the heat in Vegas part of Danhausen's curse on the entire city? No. That's what happens when you live in the desert.
Okay, so now there's no echo, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
All right. So again, this is a SummerSlam dedicated show, and there was a media scrum, a rare media scrum after night 1 of SummerSlam, and Paul Levesque said a few things, and Ego wanted to talk about this, so I'm going to give this entire segment. He's going to take us all. We're going to take off the training wheels, as this is Extra Ego. So, Mr. LeftEyeEgo, I give the floor to you. Proceed, sir. And you're muted.
That was the most sense he's ever made.
Fatality.
may be about to melt, but I haven't lost my edge.
Okay, so I posited this to JV when I saw it, but Triple H was responding to criticism that the same names are always featured in WWE's top spots. When somebody says, "Why am I not in that spot?" I don't know. Are you more over than Cody? Are you more over than Roman? Are you more over than Punk? Are you more over than Liv? Io, get there. Make those crowd reactions happen. Whatever you need to do, make it happen. If you're not willing to earn that spot, you shouldn't have it anyway. So I was trying to posit this to you guys: is do you think that Triple H was right or wrong? I mean, I can give my thoughts on it last, as per the way JV does things, but it was something that I just had to ask based on the fact that we were talking about possibly running back the same storylines from years prior, and that there wasn't anything that relatively new with the talent for this year. So, did anyone want to go to first on that one?
Sure. I'll go first on this. He's partially right. Partially right. This goes back to the Carney bit. This goes back to its Carney days. If you're a feature act, it's because you're moving merchandise. You're selling tickets. You're putting asses in seats. You're getting a pop when your music hits. Now, for Paul Levesque to say, if you're not in these feature spots, get yourself over, I would say, okay, ask Karrion Kross how that worked. I would ask, and we'll talk about this later on. LA Knight is as over as he has ever been for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
For a while, Chelsea Green, fan favorite, was never going to be a top person. Now we'll talk about more about this later on. And I would say it's also disingenuous when the WWE upper brass folks, the TKO folks, on Cena's last match night, the Saturday night's main event, when they saw Oba Femi come out with Cody Rhodes, they already had stars in their eyes. They knew this is the guy they want. They're going to push this guy. Oba Femi didn't have to do shit except walk out to the ring. So Paul Levesque is right, but he's being disingenuous about it. And I also like the fact that in this interview, he made a lot of sports references. Spoiler alert, Paul Levesque, you're not a sport. You're a TV show.
Sports entertainment.
And that is my take. So I yield the floor back to you.
Okay. I was gonna say that I could say it's completely disingenuous to me because JV, you were saying it's about Julia. She got squashed 2 minutes into Lash Legend, and no one expected Lash Legend to even make their ladder match this past Sunday remotely interesting with her being in it. Julia, okay, it would have been at least her opportunity and her chance. You can't say get yourself over and then say, oh shit, where's the Bella Twins? Let's bring them on and give them the tag team titles. They don't mesh well. I get you can say, oh, that was TKO's decision or whatnot. However, the fact is that you've got wrestlers that are beyond their prime and or to be likability being put in major spots that don't deserve them when you're trying to pull up your brand from NXT. You've got your call-ups, and then they tend to get pushed back down pretty much as a side effect of that. So those were mainly my thoughts. The fact that I think he's being disingenuous about it because this is the same guy that approached Jey Uso and said we're going to put a rocket on you when he was technically already over, but LA Knight's already over and hasn't sniffed a championship or a singles title. So,
Brad or Matt, do you want to chime in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Matt.
Matt. Go.
First, okay, so around 20 years ago, Vince and his team, which included Triple H and Stephanie, figured out social media, okay, how to use it. And anytime you hear the social media chirping or press conferences like this, you have to understand 90% of the time it's a work. That they're using social media to generate heat, heel heat, or face chase or whatever. And Triple H responds to these comments trying to help them generate heat. You know, he knows what they're saying most of the time ahead of time, and he's capable of ad-libbing because he knows the general plans. Remember when Drew McIntyre was chirping on social media
Yes.
and interviewing, saying, I got screwed, blah, 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 and generate all that push for himself? That's what they're doing. I'd say 9 out of 10 times, you know, with this stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of the internet wrestling people, a lot of the sports people reporting on wrestling now don't understand what a work is, so they think there's real disgruntlement going on, and they wonder why, like a year later, like nothing happened, because they don't know, you know, that it was just a work. And that's kind of my take on it.
Now, Brad, Nick Khan has famously said that they don't pay any attention to social media at all.
Had a sniffle.
Your
a dry
take,
heat.
Your take on Paul Levesque's media press conference here.
I just disagree with this whole press conference bullshit because, like you said,
yes.
this is ridiculous. They're in there. Even the reporters are play acting. This is all giant cosplay. This is like, you know, after a real sport. Look, I said sports entertainment. It's sporty entertainment, meaning it has a sporty element to it because there's athletics and, you know, gymnastics and feats of strength involved. It's sporty. It's a spectacle. It's not a freaking Super Bowl. So who wins and loses? Guess what? They write it down.
That's why they have writers. That's why they have writers.
And you know what the writers also help do? Did I echo again?
Yeah, good.
I don't know what's going on.
It may have been Matt, because Matt.
That's why I'm trying to stay muted while you guys talk.
Try again, Brad.
I'm,
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, I don't know what's coming through. I'm sorry, because you know I'm like
I think Matt.
detached.
I think when Matt goes on, there it creates a loop. So
Okay. The bottom line is this is stupid. They should have never done this to begin with, and everyone there is putting on a freaking act. Secondly, when he says, you know, put yourself over, you create the ability for someone to get over. You are creative. If you want someone to get over, you could say, this is how we're going to write them. Same thing comic books used to do. How do we make this hero get more interesting? This is how we put them over. Here's a great fictional storyline. So the idea that, yes, there is times when someone gets over organically. Go back and look at Kofi Kingston. When he got over and became champion. Go look at Daniel Bryan. The audience latches on, but it's up to creative to say, you know what? The audience is responding and we need to write appropriately. And for him to go out there and do this is a bunch of cosplay bullshit.
And I will also say that the part where he's talking about the talent. Now, if the talent goes out there and they shit the bed, different story.
Yes.
But you as the creative, if you want to put someone over or to bury someone, you control how much time they have on television.
Mm-hmm.
This is a TV show. This is a TV show. This is not a sport. This is television.
Still real to me.
I know. So that is a little bit of Mr. Extra Ego there. So thank you, sir, for that. And I'm looking at the chat right here. Oh, dear God. I'm seeing 15 likes, folks. 15. 1 away from our adjusted goal of 16 likes. Now, this is so let's drop that other thing you were whoa. Hello, Momo again. Oh my God. 2 Momo sightings in the first half hour of the show. This could be a record-breaking show, folks. Our next goal, 20. Let's break the 200 mark.
Maybe it's all the Secret Service agents I told about this show.
Hey.
In one show, we might keep the number.
Yes, they're and they have been adding more house shows. So this is a possible, but they need to do more house shows. They absolutely do. And yes, Keely Chow. Hey, Momo. So good to see you, folks. So our next topic, again, thank you for everyone who tuned in Saturday and Sunday. We're going to do a quick SummerSlam recap. Now, Brad joined Ego and myself on Saturday. And for the most part, we thought it was okay. It was better than Mania Night 1. And we were kind of thinking, is Night 2 Night 2 might be a letdown. Oh dear God, that main event made up for a lot. So we're gonna do a quick little recap here. Matt, I know you were not here for any of the live streams. Give us your quick overall take of SummerSlam as an event.
It did not feel like one of the.
You're garbled now.
It felt like you had a good match. You hear me out? Am I clear?
No, nope. You're robot. I didn't. All right, so we'll come back to Matt. God, we're having audio issues all over the place. It's weird. Ego and I thought on Sunday that despite Night 2 being much improved than we expected, I don't think SummerSlam needs to be a 2-night event. If you look at all 12 matches, you could have cut a few of them out, maybe have 8 matches total. Maybe get 8 matches total, a 4-hour show, and this show would have been a banger show.
Yeah.
Brad, thoughts on that?
We've discussed many times the need to go to multiple nights. WrestleMania, I think, is appropriate because
Go on, Brad.
Because it is the show of shows. It is the Super Bowl. SummerSlam, they're trying to make it.
Sorry, that I was experimenting with Matt's mic. Go on.
Okay. SummerSlam, they're trying to make it like WrestleMania, and I don't think they need to do this because that's what makes WrestleMania special. So what you should be doing is 2 nights for WrestleMania, 1 night for SummerSlam, 1 night for a Royal Rumble, 1 night for Survivor Series. That's it. Those three, the other 3 other than WrestleMania, should be longer shows than otherwise. They can be 4-hour shows.
Right. I would say the SummerSlam does not need to be a 2-night event. The one show that you could probably get away with making a 2-night event is the Rumble. Have one Rumble because each Rumble match goes at least an hour.
And then you could have
like 3 or 4
matches underneath
around it.
But you do have the possibility, the danger of double duty. So you have to be careful.
Right. Let me answer this question real quick. What do I think Lola Vice's ceiling is on the main roster, the mid card? That's high. I mean, but again, it all depends on what they want to do with her. I see her going to SmackDown. That's where her boyfriend is. So, Damian Priest. All right. So, Matt, your thoughts?
Any better this time?
Yes. Now we got it.
So as far as the I agree, SummerSlam shouldn't be 2 nights. It felt that every time you have a match that's entertaining, then you get like a letdown match or something that felt like it should be on Raw or something like that with over these 2 nights, which we talked about before with even WrestleMania.
Mhm.
As far as real briefly individual stuff, it just felt like they took all the good matches, spread them out over 2 nights, and put filler matches in.
Correct. Absolutely. You are not wrong, sir. You are not wrong on that at all. I thought that the best 2 matches of the entire weekend kicked off Saturday and ended Sunday. Io and Liv was a very good match. Roman and Rollins was an excellent main event. Was it as good as Punk and Roman? I don't know about that, but it was definitely the best match of the entire SummerSlam show. As I told Ego on Sunday, that opening match when you got Nick Aldis, who again is just the best dressed man in wrestling. I would never wear a powder blue suit, but dear God, that man looks good in that.
It might be the physique.
maybe announces that the number 1 contender match between Finn and Sammy, which I was already looking forward to, we're going to add Gunther to the mix. Sammy's a little pissed off. Oh, I'm adding a 4th person to this, and Sammy's even losing it even more in the ring. And then they hit Fight Owens Fight. That music hit. I lost my shit. I will admit, I marked out.
You fucking mark!
Because it was so good to see Kevin Owens back. The match itself was under 9 minutes, but that was an action-packed 9 minutes. I mean, Kevin Owens, the minute the bell rings, is doing cannonballs to both Gunther, to Finn Balor. He's doing swanton bombs to the outside in the ring. And I'm like, Kevin, didn't you come back from neck spinal fusion surgery? Are these okay? Wow. So, thoughts on the return of Kevin Owens, and we also got the return of Randy Orton on Saturday. Ego, Ego and I have talked about this. Brad, your thought on the returning of Randy Orton and now Kevin Owens?
I think Randy Orton wasn't as much a surprise as Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I do like the fact Randy came back because now we have something for Cody to do.
Correct.
It is time that we leave Cody from the championship belt for a little bit because it is extremely boring.
Right.
Kevin Owens coming in, great to see him back. Great to see him. Like, you can tell he's working safe. You can tell he's being very cautious, but still delivering great product. And that was one that's like, I mean, we saw sometimes where it's like visiting the performance center and everything. And it's like, he's
LFG.
trying to get, he's like trying to get back into shape. But to have him come out, first off, I was not happy about the change. I was looking forward to Finn and Sammy.
Right.
And because I know we said, look, this match doesn't count towards any scorekeeping. I picked Finn. I think Finn needs an actual run. I would have loved to seen Finn and Punk at some point. But Kevin Owens coming back, he looked great. And just him walking in and him and Sammy just giving each other hugs and then just starting to beat the shit out of each other. I'm like, freaking perfect.
Yes. And Brad, someone wants to say hi to you and the rest of us again. Do you happen to know that person's name?
Moo?
Not
Meow Meow?
Moo. Not Meow Meow.
Mjolnir?
Definitely not Mjolnir. MOMO! 3 MOMO sightings in one show. Next goal, 25. We're going to go for 4 special segments next week. Holy shitballs. What a show so far. Matt, your thoughts on the return of the Viper and of Kevin Owens.
Well, I popped for Kevin Owens when he came out. I knew he was coming out. That was my favorite match on the whole thing. These are 4 veterans many of who have great chemistry together. So they put on almost no botches in the whole thing. You had to be looking for them to find the botch. You know what I mean? And
Sir,
it was a short and to the sweet match. It wasn't like a 25-minute grind fest with 17 pole finishes and all that. I enjoyed this match. It was just well choreographed, well run, and the beauty about this type of match, no one suffers losing this match because of the way it was structured.
Right. So, and Matt, I want your thoughts on briefly on night 1. I thought the best match of the night was Io and Liv. Cody and Punk, I was a little underwhelmed. And then for the Hell in a Cell, the main event, Brad hated that match. I didn't mind the match. I just think it did not warrant Hell in a Cell. This could have been a street fight, could have been a last man standing match. It did not need Hell in a Cell. Your thoughts?
So from a pure in-ring wrestling match, Io Liv was the best one, like with the show they put on. From a storytelling match, the Hell in a Cell, Brock with his ad libs made it worth it. Otherwise, like you said, it was just a street fight in a cage. I love this will come up later, but I love Brock's tribute to the Undertaker that he did several times during the match. I love Brock ad libbing and coming out and passing the torch and all that. But that was Brock fixing a bad situation with whoever scripted this program. As far as the other matches, Gunther, Nick, all this. I mean, that was a
nice match, though.
SmackDown match. It was a good match.
Mhm.
It was a Raw SmackDown match. The LA Knight Solo and Royce Keys versus the wannabe, the sideline, I should call it, not the bloodline anymore. That was like
Whoa, hang on, hold on.
Fatality.
The sideline, I like that. That was a good one.
the sideline. Yeah. Punk Rhodes, like if this was one night and that was like say the 4th match in there, it would have been fine because it was a good match. It wasn't a great match.
Right. It was
and
good.
Fatal Influence versus the Bella Twins. That was like a Sunday night. What was that Sunday night show called where they show replay matches?
Heat. Sunday night.
I mean, the only predictable thing was the Bellas betraying Paige.
Right, and I've got some updates on this. It actually turns out that during that steel step cannonball spot that Brie took, broke her scapula.
Yikes.
I'm not saying the Bella Twins don't take the bumps they have to take, but they're just not very talented. Fatal Influence has talent. You can pick
I get that.
Better women to help them get over than.
So here's the thing. So that heel turn on Paige was supposed to set up a program for Nikki and Brie, Paige, and have AJ Lee return like Keely Chow said in the chat on Sunday, and have AJ and Paige, Nikki and Brie feuding together. AJ, you're just gonna have to wait a little while to come back, because it's gonna be Nikki and Paige for a while. And I also heard, now Brad, you had mentioned this, that you thought that the ending of the Hell in a Cell was a botch.
Mm-hmm.
Brock said, not on the wood, not on the wood, not on the wood. So as he looks over, he was seeing just how close they were.
Okay, that's interesting. Oh, I still get the echo.
Yeah, Brock's body is not.
Okay, now Brad, go. Brad, go.
Okay, so like I said, I thought it was a botch. I thought the plan was to put him on the wood.
Slats.
And
Right.
clearly Matt was about to say something. So I'm going to stop talking and let Matt continue for what I think he was going to say about Brock.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. Brock's body is not, he's in great shape, but he's not like, his body's starting to wear him. That's why he wants to retire. Remember, he has that diverticulum, one of them's in
Lettuce.
there.
Right.
He has some arthritis in his upper back somewhere. I read that somewhere, like in one of his shoulders. Taking these bumps has accumulated to the point. These guys don't want to wrestle much past the age of 45 or 50 anymore. Like the old days, these guys wrestled till they were 70,
Yeah. Ric Flair.
They need the paycheck. Now they're millionaires by the time they're 50 if they're mid or top. And they don't want to take bumps until they're like could barely, about to have their bodies ripped up by surgery in their 50s. So I get Brock not taking a bump.
I get that. And to that end, I would say this is just where I think WWE has to step in and say, then we're not doing Hell in a Cell.
I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So let's take all in all, I gave SummerSlam as a total show. It wasn't bad. It didn't knock my socks off. It was a decent show. Is it the best show WWE has put on this year? No, that would still be backlash. Surprisingly, it's still the best show that they've done. Better than Mania, sure. Does not need to be 2 nights. I gave the show a B-. Ego, your overall thoughts and what letter grade would you give SummerSlam?
I don't know if I could put it as a B- because night 2 is a lot better. But I mean, overall, it was decent. It's just, again, maybe 3 or 4 matches could have been Raw or SmackDown main events, and we would have gotten the same outcome, and this would have been a much tighter show. So I'll give it a B. But I need to be a tighter run PLE next time, not a 2-night event like this.
Okay, Brad. I'm going to ask you because you are a story guy, and I did not get your take on the main event of night 2. I want your thoughts on Roman and Rollins, and then your overall thoughts and your grade for SummerSlam.
I agree with you when you said the first match of SummerSlam was the best that night, and the best the next night was the last match. So you had nice bookends.
Yes.
I love the match with Rollins and Roman. It was, and I was able to watch it because it ended before I had to go do recording for my show. And I'm like, I don't want this to end. And I went back and checked, and it was like 33 minutes. And it's like, it was just 2 guys who've worked together so long and knew exactly what they wanted to tell, and they did it in the ring. And then, of course, the fist bump in the end. It's an acknowledgement. Also, don't forget all the shout outs to Moxley throughout the match, saying, look, it's like, this is a Shield thing, and you're still part of us, brother.
Right.
So, and you may be with, the guy who likes to play with action figures a lot, but you're still one of our guys.
Right.
So you're our boy. We love you. And this is why we're doing it. That's what wrestlers, when they form that kind of brotherhood, they do that.
Yes.
So that's why that was like, honestly, it's my favorite match of the whole thing.
I like the fact that when Roman had the chance to blast
chair
Seth with the chair,
he's like, I'm not you.
Well, then he tossed it away, and this is right about at the 30-minute mark. And this is where Seth was like, isn't this when your boys show up?
Mm-hmm.
And Roman's like, this is always about us. This has always been about us. Back in FCW with fucking Terry Taylor, the red rooster. This has always been about us. We knew this would happen. This moment is ours.
This Thanos. It was inevitable.
Right. And so this officially closes the book on the Shield. I thought it was a wonderful match. So you're
my overall
grade. Yeah.
But for the moments and 2 matches, I would have given this somewhere in a C.
Okay.
I'm giving it a B minus.
Okay.
It's not a full B
No.
because there wasn't enough solid stuff, even with, and I think, did we talk about the Chad Gable match on Saturday? I don't remember.
How
Short? Yeah.
How short it was?
Yeah. Okay.
11 minutes.
Just,
11 minutes.
should have been 20-minute match.
So that got 11 minutes, and then the following night on Raw, Roxanne and Soul get 14.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, but for a few things that stood out storyline wise, which will be addressed when we get our top 5.
Correct.
This would have been a total C show.
Correct. Matt, your overall thoughts?
Are we talking night 2 or just the final match?
Just the whole thing. The whole thing.
As far as Roman and Seth goes, my only problem with the finish of this match and the end of the feud and all that is now neither of these guys can really heel turn on one another for the rest of their careers because they've settled it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as one of them heel turns on the other in a year or whatever, it's, oh my God, the feud's united again. Like, you know, so if that was my one little problem with the storytelling. The match itself was pretty good, you know. There was a bunch of waste of time on here. You know, Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio was a waste of time. Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams was a waste of time.
I won't go that far because the good part about that is we're never going to see the hairy belt again.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. I enjoyed Penta and Chad a lot. Could have got a little more time, like you guys said. But you know, we got to fit all the commercials in on the pay-per-view, guys. That's why these matches are so short.
Correct.
You know? So we have 10-minute matches and 10 minutes of commercials every time, and 10 minutes of entrance/intros.
Right.
And the 10-minute recap for every single match now.
Correct.
For all idiots who can't remember Raw from a week ago. Sorry to sound a little bitter, guys. I was overall like if I were rating like night 1 and night 2, night 1 would have been like a 7 out of 10, night 2 like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Enjoyable, but not very
right.
A couple of matches here and there.
So that was SummerSlam. Now the fallout from SummerSlam. We will see some of this play out on Friday night, but Monday night we got some. It may have just been me, but Monday night was actually a good show. That was a good episode of Raw. And we got some things going that kind of almost seemed like a reset. Almost. Now, we had Liv Morgan come out and to put over Raquel, to put over Roxy. Roxy had the match with Soul. They beat up on Soul, and then all of a sudden you hear Becky Lynch's music. Okay. Business just picked up. And this is how I know that the WWE, even though they say we don't pay attention to social media, when Becky was going, you've been a valet more than anything else. And I'm like, wow, where have we heard that before? And I did like when she said, you've had the worst title reign ever. And it's not just me saying it. Everyone is saying it. I laughed at that. And everyone thought that, you know, Becky was, they're looking at Raquel. And Becky's like, oh, no, I'm done with that. I want that. And so Liv is kind of walking back up the ramp. You're not even the best women's champion in your own group. Hell, you're not even the best women's champion that has slept with Dominic. Wow.
Nice work.
And then Stephanie Vaquer's music hit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hi, Stephanie. And hello, Stephanie. I'm just saying.
Hello.
Liv runs back into the ring. She's trying to escape. And Becky's watching this whole thing. And it turns out Becky and Stephanie are not standing side by side. They're standing face to face. Like, what are you doing here? I'm taking that title. No. What are you doing here? I'm taking that title. So Liv, in one segment, got not just one, two challengers who are not friends, and then you will include EO back in this mix. So now you've got three top talents all circling this title now. This was a very good piece of TV here. Now, the show kicked off with Roman talking about himself, of course. Out comes LA Knight, and he's saying, I want you to give me what you gave Seth. One-on-one, no interference, just you and me. Because the last time we faced off, I had to deal with you and your cousins. And the best part about it, I'm just saying, is that it wasn't just I challenge you to a match. It could be when LA Knight said it could be tonight, it could be next week, it could be next month, it could be money in the bank. That is the key right there. And yes, absolutely. As Keely goes, duck. Yes.
Goose.
Yes. So the match is going to happen at some point. I don't know when, but I'm thinking Money in the Bank. That's 2 months away. That gives time for LA Knight to win a gauntlet match or do this or do some stuff. So it's not just I challenge you. Okay, let's fight.
Yeah.
So there is a proper build here. I do, because after LA Knight, as the current roster goes on Raw, there's LA Knight and then there's Oba. Well, they're going to keep Roman and Oba separate for a while because of a 30-second stare between Oba and Braun. That popped the crowd too. So I'm thinking, because right now the top men, it's really lopsided. It's all right now. It's all on SmackDown. I do think that when Drew comes back to TTV, just put Drew back on Raw, because you're going to need someone for Roman to play with until eventually he has to get to but Brad, you had something to say?
You could potentially draft also Russell Crowe if you happen to see the photo.
You mute yourself, Matt.
Yeah. You want me to mute?
Yeah, please.
If you happen to see the photo of Russell Crowe and Drew McIntyre training for Highlander, holy balls, he's in better shape than he was for Gladiator. So, and you know what? Legitimately, knowing how they promote things, you could see some tie-in with Highlander.
Oh yeah,
you could see Cavill and Russell Crowe show up, especially since they got some WWE talent in there.
Right. All right. So, Ego, your thought overall on the Monday night, and do you think this is kind of a reset? Because I'm going to talk about, because I did a video earlier today about all the singles champions and kind of where I think they're going. What do you think about at least starting going forward post SummerSlam?
I'm glad it's a much needed reboot. Everyone involved that has a title gives everyone more clear paths of who's going to be the next challenger and what's going to be beyond that. I was kind of wondering how they were going to do this post SummerSlam with what's going to seem like a logjam of talent. That's more so for SmackDown than it is Raw, but With Raw, you're wondering, okay, well, what's next? You did all these storylines, and now they're concluded from 2 or 3 months ago. So what's next? And I like the way that they kind of just let you know in one night what's in the pipe for everyone that's got a singles title and for all the challengers involved. So even if you're saying, hey, it's not going to be right now, you're like, okay, well, I see where this is going, which is good because that's something you're going to need to carry you into the next 4 months because football season is right around the corner and our attention spans can only take up so much. So I'll be looking more at Raw, now that they've got a clear view of what's to come.
And the return of Big Cass, he looks great. Ooh, he looked good. Has
he ever looked that big before or that jacked?
Jacked, no, but he has always
He's a
been
big dude.
Yeah, I mean he's always been 7+.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest, though.
I'm glad that we honestly, I'm glad we did not see Enzo.
Well, that's the problem because we have a clear future WWE champion here.
Right,
according to Best Takes Ego.
The ruler has arrived.
Honestly, I can forgive his ignorance when it comes to Jade because I can see he sees this attractive woman and I mean, we know Ego's a comic guy. Ego, you like comics, right? You like comic books. Yeah, he does. You like the comic people. You like the X-Men. Maybe you like a certain Aurora Monroe, and maybe there's someone who looks so much like her that you like, I like her. She will clearly command the power of the weather, but can't wrestle for jack shit. That's a bad take. That's a bad take. And then you had some infection. Not to get too disgusting, but sometimes, unfortunately, women have an infection related to yeast. Ego had a yeet infection.
Wow. That is wonderful.
Fatality. Fatality.
The heat's got me working on another level.
Wow. Wow.
I should have given you the wrong start time for the stream tonight. I'm doing that next time.
You did. I came in 15 minutes late. I'm making up.
Alrighty.
I didn't even know what the hell my point was. I just slammed him so hard.
Right?
I slammed him on the wood. You should have said, don't put me on the wood, damn it.
All right. So, Matt, your overall thoughts on Monday Night Raw and just kind of resetting the table.
Am I roboting?
No. Now you're good.
Well, Ego, now that are you going to join the solo train for the eating now? I mean, he's got it going on.
Wow. Wow.
That was
Fatality.
I liked Raw a lot, especially early. It kind of lessened in light and greatness as it went on. I thought I didn't like how they brought Big Cass back. If Enzo's coming back, if not, then they did fine with it. So,
sure.
You just made the list.
A lot of good interplay. Becky had some good stuff in there, like you guys said. That face-off between Braun and Obo was there. Like I said, a lot of good stuff in there to set the tone for the next, say, 4 months or so.
Right. Alrighty. So that is just a quick little look at what we got going forward post SummerSlam, which brings us to the staple of this show.
Always keep a smile on your face.
And that is the Wednesday Night's Overbooked Top 5, where we take a wrestling topic, we give our 5 best takes. Our number 5 take gets 1 point. Our number one take gets 5 points. And at the end, Bradley Burnett changes his name to Price Waterhouse to give us the definitive scientific answer for this topic. SummerSlam. We're not going to go our top 5 matches because, frankly, there weren't enough matches to make a top 5 for this. But moments, matches, stuff that really stuck out to you for the 2-night event of SummerSlam. It can be a match or it can be a moment. So we're going to start with Mr. LeftEyeEgo, your number 5 SummerSlam moment.
Kevin Owens returning, man, from injury.
Couldn't hear you. What was that?
Oh, you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Let's say I got Kevin Owens. Okay, I was gonna say Kevin Owens returning from that neck injury, man.
That's your 5?
Huh?
That's your 5.
Are we talking about from this past one?
This
Yes.
2026, which you did this weekend.
SummerSlam.
Oh,
You know what?
look,
Well, then
look,
I'm gonna
hold
go.
on.
You know what? Okay, let's go Chelsea Green then. I'll go Chelsea Green winning the championship. I'll go that as 5.
Okay, Joker, we need to be fair. Matt and I just like put him through the plank of wood, so he's a little discombobulated.
He's a little
discombobulated. Yeah,
it happens.
but you can't do that because that's ego.
EO.
EO. Ego.
Suffering from post-traumatic yeet disorder.
Which, right? Wow.
PTYD.
Wow. This is great. Brad, you're number 5, sir.
I hope the AI puts these shorts up. Jesus. All right. My number 5 is actually a moment which I think is acknowledged was off script. Brock coming back in the ring and officially passing the torch.
Mm-hmm.
This is the future.
I like that. I like that moment. And then soon after, Brock Lesnar was put on the WWE's alumni section on the official website. So he is officially retired just until the paycheck comes for
Until WrestleMania next.
until Saudi Mania.
Until Saudi gives him a small island.
Right. All right, Matt, you're number 5.
Well, I had a different number 5 until 2 days ago, but then the legend Dory Funk Jr. passed away, and we all know Terry is Dory's brother. And when CM Punk did his moonsault, which was a tribute to Terry Funk, so that's why he did it. Even he may not execute it well, but neither did Terry ever execute it well. So it looks like a Terry Funk moonsault. So that's my number 5. That nostalgia, I hope Dory got to see that before he passed.
Yeah, I believe we said something on the Saturday stream. Somebody does the prettiest moonsault ever. We saw the unprettiest moonsault ever. My number 5. I give her a hard time, but Chelsea Green getting rewarded again. No one saw this coming. When she got up the ladder, the crowd is popping like crazy. You can see the emotion in her face. She is crying as she's grabbing the belt, but gets back into character. Yes, it's an interim championship. We know where her story is going to end. It's not going to be a long run. She's going to run into Rhea Ripley, and she's going to go right back to where she was. But this was also a great fuck you, Michael Hayes moment.
Didn't Zack Ryder get a similar moment?
What did Michael Hayes do? What did I miss about that? What did he say or what did he do? Or
Michael Hayes on not this season, the previous season of Unreal, said, Chelsea's good, but she's never gonna be that in that era. She's just not over enough.
I still disagree with the whole interim thing.
I
that's Michael Hayes. Okay, never mind.
I do as well. But again, the moment for Chelsea.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yes. All right, Ego, you're number 4, sir.
right? I passed the concussion protocol, and now I'm on to number 4. This was hilarious to me because I've got little brothers, and this would be awesome to see. Solo out yeets Jay. I got that number 4. That shit was hilarious, and it's like, well, hey, you can do the heel route, but I mean, Solo will take your move and make it a little bit better than you did. So Solo out yeeting Jay number 4.
I'm just gonna say, babyface Solo has been very entertaining.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, you're number 4.
Don't kick me, because you know I'm a story guy. But I'm putting Io and Liv.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I thought it was a great match because I went back and watched it, and it was a great match.
Oh yeah.
It actually got better towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they couldn't quite get the rhythm going in the beginning, I think. But once it did, it really clicked, which is why, like we say, it's like the best match started it and the best match ended it.
Right.
So great bookends. Unfortunately, it's just kind of mediocre in the middle for the most part, except for
This,
certain
I mean,
things.
this was clearly one of Liv's best matches
Mm.
ever.
Well, she took time to probably think about how to do it. She was being a valet for so long.
Right, exactly. All right, Matt, you're number 4.
Well, number 4 is Chelsea Green. Not,
Chelsea.
I mean, we know she's like my celebrity wrestler crush or whatever you call it. But I have enjoyed her in-ring work.
Hang on.
Yes, we know.
I have enjoyed her in-ring work since she was La Reclusa and Lucha Underground. She's
Yes,
great.
we know.
And I wonder in the back of my mind when this happened, we know Triple H tries to create moments. If that little Michael Hayes thing and the reaction to the fans to it and the build over time, in his back, let's say, I got to find a place to pay out that unintentional push he got from Michael Hayes, basically, and saw this moment here. So this is going to be it. We'll get Chelsea her moment here, and it'll, and then Chelsea worked it over like a post-match comment. She worked it in,
Right.
And I'm not saying Michael Hayes did that comment on purpose. I'm saying that Triple H and the team exploited that on purpose.
Right.
Create this moment.
My number 4. Less about the match, but more about the moment again. Gunther and Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis coming out with WWE actually licensing to get an actual song. Granted, it was from Oasis, but whatever. Nick Aldis looked great. He was very nervous about this match. That would he be able to perform at this level? Because this is where he's always wanted to be. This is his first match ever in WWE, and it was nice that he got to share that with his wife afterward. That's a lucky man. And I thought Nick Aldis performed great. I mean, he came in and just looked like $1,000,000. Frankly, looked like he could be on the roster right now. So,
Yeah, I mean, what is he? 40-something years old?
No, he's 38.
Ooh, that's okay. I got a lot of compliments on my age today at the Star Trek convention.
Right. I mean,
Holy balls!
Yeah.
Gunther's wrestled for a long time.
Right.
Was he Walter for like 10 or 12 years?
Back in the
Vince
UK,
doesn't
yeah.
like taking in external talent. That's the reality.
All right.
Same thing with KO and Sammy.
All right. We are on our number 3s. Ego, your number 3.
All right, my number 3 is going to be the completion of the Chad Gable arc with him winning over Penta. Now, do I like him making Penta tap out? No, not necessarily, but I do like the fact that it completed the redemption arc. Just so happened to do so in his home state of Minnesota, which is a great moment. So I got that at number 3.
Okay. Brad, your number 3.
I also have Chad Gable wins. Him getting Penta to tap out. I'm going to say why it makes sense, because he is today's Kurt Angle, and he is doing everything Kurt Angle does. He basically did the Angle lock. So him making him tap out is continuing the line of a Olympic caliber athlete coming to the WWE and
Definitely.
coming to the WWE and performing at a level that, let's be serious. He did not get over the way Kurt did.
No.
But he deserved to. He really is the modern iteration of Kurt Angle. If you look at the comedy and everything, the arrogance, he is Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
It's just it wasn't getting over. And it's ridiculous because it's like we need another Kurt Angle, and we had it. We did the other people were just now. Also, of course, we have to acknowledge the fact that he was imbued by the power of El Grande Americano Original.
Yes.
Original. So I'm certain with the lessons he took from the Yoda of Luchador enabled him to fight, almost a Jedi Sith battle. Because with that makeup, let's be honest, Pentagon looks kind of Sithy.
And yes, it is, sir. And we've seen the Momo here not once, not twice, 3 times. So we're getting actually 3 special. We're starting off next week. 3 special segments. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a long show.
No. Matt, your number 3.
My number 3 is the return of Kevin Owens. I've been a fan of his since he was Kevin Steen and Sammy was El Generico back in 2002 and Ring of Honor and the Indies and all that. And you can get a little overtired of the flip-flop heel face turns they do sometimes. But when Kevin is healthy and Sammy is healthy, they're great in-ring performers. They bring tremendous energy to it. And when he came back, and I popped, and I knew he was coming out for that. I still popped hard,
Oh, yeah. My number 3, second best match of the entire weekend. It's the match that opened SummerSlam, EO and Liv. Again, anyone who works with EO is going to look good. She's going to make you look good. This was Liv's best match in quite some time. And even though EO had a few little stumbles here and there, she recovers great. I wasn't a big fan of the outcome, but as far as an in-ring performance goes, there is a reason why. She is the best. So that is my number 3, EO and Liv. All right, we're going to our number 2s. Ego, your number 2, sir.
You got baby brained.
I know.
Very
Audio
audio issues, man. Number 2, I got Brock officially.
I'm sorry, what was that? Brock?
I got Brock officially passing the torch to Oba as the other future. I mean, something that didn't need to be done, but I mean, the gesture was not lost on me. So I've got that at number 2. Great moment.
All righty. Brad, your number 2.
My number 2 is return of Kevin Owens. I did not expect it. And I wasn't watching when this was all happening because I was editing a video and Joker's like, FYI, the first match doesn't count. I'm like, what the hell do you mean that doesn't count? And he's like, KO going through. I'm like, what the F are you talking about, dude? So I turned it on because I wasn't watching at the time because I was like paying attention to editing. I stopped, turned it on. And then at first I got pissed because they were changing the match that I wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh shit, Kevin Owens is back. Oh, damn. And then like I said before, the perfect interaction, him and Sammy, like, because the funny thing is like, Sammy was there. Like, dude, wait, are we good? We good? They're talking all the time. They're best friends in real life. But the way they played it in the ring, it's just like, yeah, we know we're best friends, brothers in real life. But it's like, you're back. Oh, buddy. And fuck you. Oh, boy.
Well, it's the because at first Sammy just had this dumbfounded look on his face. Kevin does his cannonballs, like, hug, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, because
Go to work.
that's the best part.
Let's
Sammy's
go
in
to
the
work.
corner. Sammy's in the corner just watching it as a spectacle. It's like, oh shit, he's really back.
Kevin Abreu. So WWE doing a tournament next week. Who's going to face Roman Reigns for the champion on AAA shows? But nothing.
Oh.
Okay.
That ain't happening.
I don't think we're going to do that. I have my own thought on that, and I'm going to wait a week till next week to actually talk about this, because at the end of Raw, Rey Mysterio, the new GM of AAA, wanted to talk to Roman. I have an idea of where that might go. Do I think Roman is going to be performing in the ring at a AAA show? No, I don't. But
Will
I do
he
think.
appear?
But I do think, because it is in Chicago, also on the same day, it's on the same. The show is called Worlds Collide. It happens to be the same day as AEW's All Out. It's in Chicago. You know, Punk will show up. Punk,
Why?
Roman appearing on a AAA show the same day as All Out. Why would they do? Why would they want to do that? I mean,
I
maybe
don't think there's
operating.
any attraction to that, even if it
No.
shows a showdown and a stare down. Or
I think
I think he'll rent out the Yeet brothers.
right to go against someone else. who we'll
And
talk about.
honestly, that would probably hurt AAA.
Yeah. No, well, it all depends on who they have going up against them. That would
It doesn't matter. Just the Yeet brothers showing up automatically depletes any credibility you have.
okay. Matt, it's time for your number 2.
So to get my number 2 and number 1, we have to remember how Brock began, when he came in at Brock 1.0 and had no respect for wrestling. Barely knew what he would remember, the Brock moonsault to nowhere and the Brock headbutt where he felt 2 feet short.
Well, you mean the shooting star press that he tried?
Well, whatever he attempted to do, all the time when he allegedly gave himself a concussion running into the ring post
Right.
on purpose or whatever. And then he comes back after the hiatus and he clearly respects the business. He's a much better ring worker. So he got the Undertaker, and this builds into this too. My number 2, Brocker Taker, where the reason he was doing this in this match with the Undertaker moves was to pay respect to the Undertaker for passing the torch to him at WrestleMania. And so he did. If you go back and watch, I didn't realize he was doing it at first until the end, but he did more than just the Undertaker set up, the Undertaker tombstone, the Undertaker pin. He did a couple more things like that during the match, and he was clearly paving the way and paying tribute to the Undertaker for the road he was on, passing the torch. And number 2 is Brocker Taker's tribute to the Undertaker.
All right. Yes, sir. Brad.
I need Matt to mute for a second because I'm keeping score. I just want to be certain. This is different than the tribute that Brock did at the end.
Just lump it all together. Lump it all together.
Okay, so
Don't
okay.
lump it all together. For me, it's going to be 2 separate things.
Okay, fine.
That's what I wanted to confirm, because what I was hearing from Matt is like Brock doing a Taker tribute as opposed to the actual passing of the torch.
Right.
That Taker tribute showed Brock's respect for the business, which he didn't have at the beginning.
Okay, that is entirely different. I'm keeping from a score perspective. That's why I'm trying to differentiate.
Okay.
That's what lawyers do.
I
$100,000.
hope
Okay,
the
to do
rumor
that.
is not true that Romans does not like. Oh, but it doesn't matter what Roman likes. Sorry, he has a boss. So
He worked part-time, let's be honest, really.
right, exactly. All right, my number 2, Brad. We are on the same page. When I heard Fight Owens fight, I popped. I have missed this guy, and the performance he gave again, having come back from spinal neck fusion surgery. Holy
Hey.
shit! What?
So didn't someone else do that who did stunners, kind of?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I liked about it the most is that the music hits, he walks out, And much like Edge when Edge returned at the Rumble, he took a moment, and Edge became Adam Copeland, just taking it in, and then okay, time to work. This was also Kevin Owens for a moment. He turns around, he's looking at the screen, and at this moment, he's Kevin Steen.
Yep.
And then he's like, and then hits his scream. It's time to work. And God, he's one of the best performers ever. He is amazing. And to the guy who used to be on this show, who said that Kevin Owens sucks.
Boo this man!
I'll be honest. When Kevin Owens first appeared, I'm like, this dude's a wrestler, because he kind of looked dumpy.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest. But his in-ring work, you can't deny his skill.
No. He's
and
amazing.
The way he thinks about matches.
Yes. All right. It is time for our number ones. Mr. LeftEyeEgo, your number one match or moment from SummerSlam.
If he says Jade, kick him.
Yes.
It was the return of Kevin Owens. Again,
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Anyway, but
Doesn't
for
make
it to
up
be
for everything else.
Right?
For it to be a spinal fusion surgery and to be an injury we didn't think that he would ever come back from, to hear the music was number one, to realize that they're playing the music because he's actually going to wrestle was number two. Number three, there was a moment with him and Sami Zayn, and then there's him just showing reckless abandon. Even though it's safe, I mean, these are high degree of difficulty moves. Swantons in and out of the ring. To see that he's fully back from what we thought was rear-ending moment from 18 months ago was awesome. So Kevin Owens returning just in general was number one.
Okay. Brad, you're number one.
My number one is not a moment. It is my favorite match of the night, which had so many moments, perfect storytelling, two men who've worked together for years, bookending for the moment their dispute, because I do not believe it will ever end. Roman versus Seth, the entire freaking match.
Yes. Best match of the entire show.
Potential match of the year.
Definitely. I still think Roman and Punk was edges it a little bit, just as far as the in-ring work goes. But the story, absolutely.
The story may push it above Roman and Punk.
Right. All right, Matt, you're number one.
Well, I'm number one, much like Brock doing homage to Undertaker, was recognizing his respect for the business. This was his respect of passing the torch to Oba. Made me feel a lot better about this feud than I was a few months ago. It was supposedly unscripted that he came back out, did the little speech and the hug and said, "I'm the past, this man is the future." Just when Andre passed to Hulk passed to Taker passed to Brock is now passed to Oba. We have the line of the monsters continuing.
Sir, Tully.
You just made the list!
So that's
your
my number one. I love moments like that, and Brock showed me, whereas Brock 1.0 was worthless for wrestling, Brock N.0, whatever you want to call him, was all wrestling.
Endgame Brock.
Endgame Brock.
All right, my number one, Brad. We're on the same page. We're on the same page again. A match of the year candidate. This match had everything. It's a match I was not expecting to be as good as it was, but this match was phenomenal. And I know we've commented on Roman, just kind of, okay, play it safe for Roman. Roman Reigns, when it comes time for a big match to perform, that man comes to work. Absolutely, he comes to work. And this match was very good, top to bottom. Roman Rollins, the best match of the entire weekend, possibly match of the year. Go on, Brad.
Before we end, because we have reached our end, and it's going to be, numbers are really wonky in the end, how it all shook out. But I just want to say, can we believe we're talking about Roman Reigns? Well, Joker Matt and I are talking about Roman Reigns this way because Ego really wasn't in it seeing Roman Reigns when he was the big dog.
Right.
Big dog and suffering succotash. This dude is transformed and is the face of the WWE in the way John Cena was.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So by looking at the numbers, we have a clear number one.
Yeah.
We have a tie for 2.
Correct.
And a barely eking out third.
Correct. Barely eking out third. Shorty G returns and excises the demons of Shorty G and becomes the wrestler he should always be recognized. Chad Gable finally wins the singles title.
Hold on really quick. What do I think about the new addition to NXT, Aaliyah Mysterio? I got to see her now in the ring first. I mean, she's clearly got some background in the business.
Well, now hold on. I gotta point out something here because you can look at Dom Mysterio, but the problem is Dom clearly has Eddie DNA in him.
Clearly.
So we don't know what a pure Mysterio is going to do.
Right.
Because Dom is Eddie's kid.
Right, of course.
Storyline consistent. It's canon.
Right. All righty. And what came in at number 2, sir?
At number 2, I was really surprised. I would have thought this would have been number 1, but it's Roman and Seth with 10 points.
Yep. And the clear number 1.
Clear number 1. Again, shocking, not at all surprising, is return to Kevin Owens, who looked fantastic. Please let him continue to work safe so he can give us another couple of years, because we know like both him and Sammy are on the way out. So let's get a few more years out of these guys who can enjoy some pure pro wrestling from people who know how to do it.
Some graps, some good graps, as the kids say. All right. And that will do it for this edition of Wednesdays Overbooked. Again, we hit 20 likes, folks. This is the best show that we have done in a while. Thank you so much, chat. Next week, not 1, not 2, 3 special segments to begin. But we're going to sign off right now. Mr. LeftEyeEgo, what do you have coming up, sir?
Man, still working on the concept for the next video I'm going to make. I already have it in hand. It's written. It's just figuring out a schedule around poopy diapers and spit up. So once I get that down, y'all get a video. I apologize in advance.
Oh, Ego.
I really think Ego needs to figure out how to poop and eat properly. I don't know what his problem is.
Exactly. You know what?
Fatality.
Now
I can't wait for baby Ego to speak, just so we can see have his takes.
Just now, before I move on to Brad here, Ego, I just want to say for your first segment, kind of on your own here, where you kind of did the entire thing.
Come on, baby, turn the lights off.
Proud of you, sir. Proud of you.
Every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut.
True story.
I will take it. I'm half blind, so I found one.
Wow.
Give it to him.
Fatality.
Self-deprecation always deserves a fatality.
Yes. Brad, what do you have coming up? And you're not in your normal
it doesn't look
field.
No, I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's like some giant guitar being built behind me.
Oh wow.
I don't know what's going on. I have lost my Secret Service protection.
Really?
I couldn't get in here without my secrets being searched and sniffed by people. Well, sniffed by dogs. POTUS is gone, thank God. I can get in and out of here, doxing myself where I'm at, but you don't know what floor I'm on. I always stay here. And I'm not just here for the FNT meetup, which is tomorrow night.
Correct.
The location has finally been disclosed. I'm also here for the Star Trek convention, which is this happened.
What? Hang on. Let's see this. Bring it back up. Wow.
Who's that?
Wow, is that Avery Brooks?
No, that's Mr. Worf, Michael Dorn.
Michael Dorn. Oh, wow.
And Terry Farrell.
Okay.
Jadzia Dax.
She did not age well.
No, she actually looks good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Maybe in the photo, just didn't do her justice.
Yeah, I mean, other than Grace, she looks great because I was standing right next to her. I mean, like she's in her 60s. She looks great. She hasn't had, I mean, she's had minor work. So I'm here for the Star Trek convention. I'll be there again tomorrow, getting some stuff done for my channel. I hope I can get my wormhole watch out this week because clearly things are wonky trying to manage work and doing my stuff on my channel. But yeah, FNT tomorrow night, the meetup, and then we'll see what happens on Friday. Well,
Alrighty.
it's Brazilian Steakhouse.
Nice. And the insulated expelling Terminator Matt, the Unbearable 73. How are you doing, sir? Glad you are making progress. Give us an update, sir.
Well, again, I was in the wheelchair again yesterday for now 2.5 hours. Continuing to build up tolerance and all that physical therapy. So continued progress there. As far as what the internet presence, obviously we'll be here on Wednesday night Overbooked next week. There's no Romans on hiatus for August, so summer break.
Yep.
I believe I might be on Jacob's show sometime in the next 2 weeks, a little Clint Eastwood movie. I have to double check the schedule there. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right on, right on. And yes, as it was said, there was no Roman of the Empire tomorrow. There's something going on in Las Vegas. I might show up. I don't know. Maybe.
What's happening?
Some meetup, something. It's kind of a big deal, I guess. I've heard. I don't know. I mean, if it brought Brad away from sunny Florida, sunny and humid Florida, to balls.
Wait, is there a youth
It's a-
convention in Vegas?
No, Matt. Brad, what?
It's like a freaking microwave here.
Oh yeah.
I saw 3 people combust on the street.
I mean, so you open the door to go outside, and it's a Sarah Connor from a.
Oh yeah, it's actually like being hit by hot wind, and I'm used to waking up at like 6:37 in the morning, walking outside to 90% humidity to let Ranger go piss. But now it's like, frack! It's like literally just a wall of hot.
Brad,
how is this a real place?
Just to let you know, the overnight low tonight, 88, is what it's said to be. I work midnight to 8 indoors, air conditioned. I don't feel heat much.
Europe doesn't have air conditioning.
I know.
And you know we got people coming from England.
They're gonna
for
be
this
like,
meetup.
what? I know.
Watch Just Brew combust.
I know. But yes, thank you for everyone. This was a wonderful show. We will be back next week for more of the world of professional wrestling. So until then, on behalf of everyone here, keep talking, keep smiling, and until next time, take care and always have fun.
Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Lawrence.